Hello YouTube, it's Patrice, and today I want to talk about Dan Lok, if he's a scam or not. I'm just giving my opinion about the person himself and his six-figure course. 7 videos, and I would say that he does give a valuable information. I got some notes right here. His course has a name of 6 steps to 6-figure course. Exactly like that, right? On his website, it costs £2,000. It's more like a gathering, right? And he talks to people that sit on the tables. You can't see any people, you can't see any posters or anything like proper, but you can see him and you can hear the voice, right? So what I heard, I researched him a bit before I got the course, and apparently by the end of the course he gives another course, which is upsell to another of his, like, not really a courses, but more of a like advisor thing, where you go into and then the people that work with him give you an advice, right? And they cost about £3,000, plus you get like 30 minutes on the phone to Dan Lok himself, right? So I don't know about that. I didn't confirm that from videos. Yeah, I didn't watch entire thing, but I watched most of it, and I didn't see him talking about that at all. So in the first video, they go through a casual introduction. Some person comes out called Matt, I don't know his surname. He didn't really say his name, he just came out. Maybe he had his name on a poster or on a like a slideshow, but you couldn't see the slideshow in the video. It was kind of poor made video, like video quality shit, and you couldn't see the entire video either. But anyway, that doesn't matter, right? It's all about the learning. So he came out and he introduced Dan Lok, talked about his story with Dan Lok, the casual stuff, right? They just talked through that. There was a room of people that, I don't know, maybe 30 people, 60, I couldn't hear precise, and they never show them. So they talked and asked questions, shouted something out, you could hear them laughing and stuff. He was talking about attending masterminds, learning himself and selling them himself as well. So he was attending masterminds in his history, and he was learning, and he was selling masterminds, etc. On the introduction, they were talking about focus, about what people want to achieve, about, it wasn't too long, it wasn't anything that they tried to, you know, put your mind a bit away or make you a bit confused. So that's good. That's kind of like a good symbol that they're not trying to confuse you with your dreams and talk about your own dreams and your traveling, so you would just forget about the common sense. He introduces Dan Lok and he talks about him but like as a friend. He talks about that Dan Lok likes suits. Dan Lok apparently has a Dark Knight suit, and then his red suit is like some designer suit, and he just lists some information about Dan Lok before Dan Lok actually comes out on the stage. One thing I want to point out, like I said, the videos are quite poor made, and I would assume that they would be a bit better made since you pay £2,000 for the courses. There's only 7 videos and they're only around roughly 40 minutes long. It's not much of editing. You can edit stuff in and put the pictures, put the slideshow into the video in the corner or anything like that. It's not that much work, especially if it costs £2,000 for the course. But they didn't, and that's kind of sad. But at the same time, I didn't care about that. Truthfully, I could have kind of guessed everything what they talked about anyway. Dan Lok comes out, he talks about his first book, FU Money, and he asked whoever ready to put their hands up and stuff. So apparently his first book is FU Money, and people liked it. Fair enough. I didn't read it myself, I wouldn't know where it goes. I would assume that it's something similar to Robert Kiyosaki's book, but he just talks about general stuff and general motivation. So in general, I was kind of carried away by the video, and it was fun to watch. There was like 40-50, like I said, 40-50 minute videos, and they are quite interesting. The time flows really fast, and to be honest, £2,000 goes really fast, you know, because you pay that money and the course finishes almost. You can definitely finish it in a day, you can finish it in half of the day. It's very short course. There's a lot of good information actually. He does a blueprint. I'm going to talk about that later. He talks about the rules of other speakers and other mastermind speakers, and how he breaks them. He talks about how they tease you with information, but they never tell you a proper valuable info, so all you hear is just a lot of bullshit, and by the end of the video, you actually didn't learn anything. You just had some motivational, you had some strategies, you know, and some basic info that is not worth it anything. They just put it on your ears and they spin it around the way that you don't notice. And he talks about that, which I found really nice, how somebody actually mentioned so many of those scammers, right? And how they actually just just lie to people. They go from upsells, they go from one course to free courses, to 1 week courses, to monthly courses, and he talks about that as well. He says that they do that and they never mention the price at start. So apparently he doesn't have any more sales. He said it's just this course mainly, but at the same time I did hear about his 3,000 course that it's not a course, it's more like you go speak to his advisors, you get some information, and you get 30 minutes to talk on him on the phone. I'm not gonna say where I heard it from. It was just from other people that went into Dan Lok, but I kind of trust the source. So what I would think is that maybe he just speaks nice. Maybe, you know, it's in the end he has to make money somehow, so he still has to upsell stuff. Depending on the information that he gives in his first course, it would make sense if there's point of even go higher or not. Like if he gives you enough information and gives you a good blueprint, then you shouldn't be needing any other courses. And let's talk about the main thing, which is his blueprint. He comes out on the stage with a blueprint. I will maybe show a screenshot of it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but the blueprint is something similar to Robert Kiyosaki's blueprint, where it's just like a plan, right? It has a few things, you have to fill it all up and then follow through, and he says by the end of the course it will be your strategy blueprint, and if you follow through it, you will get rich. You will get either 6-figure or 7-figure income. He said like there's not much difference between it as long as you follow the strategy. Okay, so these are the points that I wanted to put at the start of the video, and now let's talk about Dan Lok himself. I thought he gives generally good information. I'm not gonna spread a lot. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to spread a lot, since in the end it is a £2,000 course, and I'm sure you're not allowed to like copyright it in any way. So I'm not gonna try to point anything out. But like in general, the entire course, I didn't go through the last video yet. I'm on the 6th video, which is out of 7, so I'm almost there. But in the end, in general, I mean, it's a good information. It's way better than a lot of other information I had from other speakers that cost money as well. It's actually something that gives you value and maybe gives you like some sort of a base, right, to start from. Not just motivational speaking, but at the same time it does cost £2,000. So if you buy that for £2,000 and then you get the other course for £3,000, that'll be £5,000. What I think, you can just add on extra £3,000 and you can already buy a house in England and rent it out and get a passive income. Like not buy a full house, but I'm talking about buying a mortgage, and you can get passive income just from that goes up to like £500–600 a month. So technically speaking, from my perspective, I say it's not worth it to buy those courses, because you rather just straight up go into passive income, which is easily built like real estate. But if you find another way to get the courses, like I did, then you'll have to pay not £2,000, it'll be £20. If it's more than £1,000, then I would never pay it. At the same time, it's only 7 videos that are only 40 minutes long. He gives you good info, he gives you motivational speeches and stuff like that. He gives you a blueprint. So maybe it's worth it for some people, but for me personally, I think £2,000 is way too much for the course. It would be £500 would be enough. I think £500 would be fair. I would actually be fair with £500. I would be like, okay, maybe you can buy it, it's not that much. But I would not spend £2,000 myself. So the main question is if he's a scam or not. I wouldn't say 100% that he's a scam. I wouldn't say even any percent that he's a scam, to be honest. I think he actually talks about some valuable information and he has a weight on him. But I would not buy the courses for the amount of money he sells them for. So decision is up to you if you want to actually buy it, or if you want to think through. If you want to Google the stuff and get it for way cheaper, better do that. It's not that hard. You can find anything on Google right now. I just found it on Google. I got it, and it was a 7th course with everything included, with a slideshow included. So I liked it. I like the price, right? £20, definitely worth it. £20 is pennies for what he gave there, right? £20 is nothing. I waste more money on food, and it's way more useless. So I would say that if you find it for £20, then definitely get it. But I would not recommend to get it for the price that he sells it for. The reason I decided to make a Dan Lok video is because on my Facebook recently he pops up everywhere, and since Google and Facebook obviously knows what you're researching, if I'm researching about business, I get a lot of business entrepreneurs and etc. advertised on my pages. So I got quite a lot of advertisements from Dan Lok on my Facebook. Pretty much my entire Facebook is covered with Dan Lok, free ebooks, all that bullshit. So I decided to make a video on him because I thought other people that are same as me will get the same value from this video. So that's what I think about Dan Lok. I wouldn't say he's a scam. I wouldn't say it's worth it. It's somewhere in the middle, and you decide how to get to the information, or even if it's worth. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, write in comments, DM me anywhere, I will answer. I'm not a busy guy, especially now that I'm not working anymore at my main job. I have more time now. That's why I'm gonna start working on YouTube videos a lot more. So if you like this video and if you want to talk about other entrepreneurs, then make sure you give me a comment. Then I will definitely make a video about the other entrepreneurs that you want to hear about. If you like the video, then like it and comment and subscribe, because I'll be making similar videos about entrepreneurs in future as well, and about speakers, about courses, about scams, everything. So if you want to be ahead, then make sure you subscribe. If you want me to make a video about Tai Lopez, I say right now, just don't get into Tai Lopez. I think most of the information is useless. The guy has no idea what he's doing. He only knows how to shag people and get a lot of money from it. But I would not recommend Tai Lopez in any other way. Saying the information comes from cryptocurrency. When I was in crypto, Tai Lopez popped up as soon as he boomed, and he was upselling all those bullshit people, all this bullshit information, and I just think he's not worth it. But if you do want me to make a proper video analysis on Tai Lopez or on any other speaker, make sure you comment in below. Okay, so I think that's it. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.